Today we would like to review once again the NPV method, which is the most important method for calculation of the project cost. Why this is we are using, why NPV is required by the engineers or consultants, I will explain today. But before going to that, I am telling you that 10,000 was the initial investment. Let's see. That means the client has invested 10,000 rupees in total, and then every year he was getting like this the cash inflows. First year he got 3,000, second year he got 4,000, third year he got 4,000, and last year he got 2,000. So using this, we have started calculating at 10% of rate of interest. I have assumed 10% of the rate of interest. So I have calculated like this, and you got this value. This is called to be the NPV value at the end of year 1. This is the NPV value at the year of 2. This is NPV value at year of 3. This is NPV value at year of 4. Now all these NPV values, they have to be added. When you add all these 4 values, this plus this plus this plus this, you get this. If this value is more than 10,000, that is the actually invested amount, then only the project is viable. Now suppose if you change 10%, because normally at 10% you may not get the loan. So if you increase this by 12%, then this will come in negative. I mean, it will be less than this 10,000. It comes around 9,000 and odd. So then this value will be, difference of these two will be in minus value. So once if it is less than this value, that is 10,000 rupees that is invested, then the project will not be viable. That will become a sick project, and he may not get back the money as the client was expecting. So that is one of the reasons why I was explaining this. But mostly what happens is, through this, how the project control can be done, that I will try to extend a little bit, and then you can know why we are calculating NPV values. What is the importance of this, you will understand in a better way. See, initially the client is there, client or a organization or government organization, government or public sector, all these things they are called to be the clients. There can be an individual client, one person, there can be an organization, there can be a syndicate of clients, the government can be a client, and public sectors can be client. So these people, do they have the complete investment ready before the starting of the project? No. Most of these people, they don't have the total investment ready. I mean, they don't bring all the money, put in the bank and then start the work. Nobody does that. In the market, how it happens, they have an option to go for the loan, or they have to go to public. There are 2 ways of getting or generating the money. So what clients or government or public sectors they do normally, they either take World Bank loan or some loan from central government or somewhere. So in the loan, they will try to decide percentage of interest. Now if this percentage is less than 12%, mostly the project is viable. Most of the times it is seen. But if the value of interest, percentage rate of interest increases by 12%, then most of the projects will come under loss. So at that time what they do, the loan waivers they will apply, and using the loan waivers, the government or different organizations will get a relief from the banks, and that way the loan can be waived off. That way also it happens. Otherwise, what the client or even government will do is, they will go to the public shares. What they will try to do is, they will open their shares of that project at the rate of maybe 10 rupees or 20 rupees or 25 rupees, or sometimes premium shares will be there at the rate of 1,000, 2,000 like that. So for that particular project, the government or the client can go to the equity market, that is the share market, and sell the shares to the public. So that time each organization or a person individually or a group, they can purchase the public shares. So this will again based on the percentage. How much shares they can go? They cannot go for 100% shares. So a limit will be there in which the company will give only 30% of the shares. 70% they try to manage on their own. The reason because otherwise this particular people who have purchased the shares, they will occupy the company. They will say this is our company. So public equity shares, they don't go for 100%. So using this is avoided. Loan is avoided because money will come from here. Money will come from the public sector or money will come from the public shares, 30% or 40%, which the client or government requires. Then this particular rate of interest which they are going to pay in huge amount is avoided. That is the reason why lot of companies they go for the public shares. So this way they will try to gather the seed money, the original money. I mean the investment money initially, and with that they try to purchase the land, they try to purchase other small thing, maybe materials, machinery like that, and then they start working out. After that, once the 10 to 20% of the work is started, completed, I mean, suppose if they are constructing a G+5 apartment, suppose if two slabs are over, then they can go either for the public shares or they go for sale or marketing. So what they do, they try to market the product. They try to market the product or they start selling, sell. Now once they start selling this particular apartments, then they will be getting money, not maybe 100%, but they may be getting in installments. So they will get in installments this money, which that will be useful for their rotation. I mean, somebody paid that one, they will pay for some material. If somebody pays, those who, they make some agreement, and then an installment agreement of sale can be done, and installments they start, and that way the selling of the project will be occurring. So that is how the money is being accrued. Money is being obtained from the market. This is exactly what all these people they do normally. So when they do this one, then there will be two things will come. As I said, time value. So time will come and value will enter. That means whether the project is ahead of schedule, whether the project is on schedule, or project is just on an average. As it is smoothly it is going. It is neither behind schedule, not ahead of schedule. It is going according to the plan. That we will try to get from the Gantt chart. I will try to explain in one of the classes, Gantt chart. So there, time and value will come for the project. Now, as the time is increasing, value of the project also goes on increasing. So, for the rate at which when 10-20% of the project was complete, when sale had happened, somebody has bought it, the same amount or for the same amount, with time the value has increased, a person cannot get. That means there will be a difference between this rate and this rate. There will be a lot of difference between this. Maybe this is sold at 5,000 rupees per SFT. This will be at the time when value has been increased, then they will sell at 6,000 rupees per SFT. When complete finishings and everything is over, it is ready to move, then they will even go for 7,000 rupees. So what I mean, as the time, the value has been increased now. Not only for the client and for any government or anything, but also person who has purchased at 5,000 rupees. The value has increased. So he will be in profit. So this is how it is done. But whenever time and control has come, then again one more factor enters, and that is called as project control. So whether the project is going as per the schedule, whether it is behind the schedule and ahead of schedule, that has to be taken care. Who? By the consultant or by the government or by the client, whoever. So what they try to do is how to bring control in the project. If there is no control, then the project will be unending. It is planned for maybe 10 months, it will go for 20 months, 30 months like that, because if there is no control. Already for the sake of control, I have already explained a S-curve, that is one of the tools that is used. Now how this NPV is used and IRR is used, that we need to see now. Now here what happens in this, as the time is increasing, value is increasing. So you can try to put a discounted rate of interest. Initially the rate of interest may be 12%. Slowly as it goes, it can be reduced to 8%. That way the clients and the government plans. Otherwise they will get huge losses. This is all, economy and money associated, accountancy, how they do it. So that is only the solid factor they have is cash flow. This is one solid parameter. What clients and all the government agencies, whoever is client, they have. Cash flow is the most important thing that has to be learned first. So using this cash flow, how we try to control the project. Now for control of the project, we use one thing called as Gantt chart. Mostly, this is used mostly in Indian cases because of its simplicity and also how it will be used by the supervisor and other people associated with the field. So it is very easy to find from Gantt chart what is the control. You can easily do that. You can control the project. So when suppose what happens project, most of the times as I have told, as the time increases, the project can be behind schedule, on schedule, and ahead of schedule. These are the three things that may appear. Because the projects can be, if it is some discrepancy is there, some issues are there, it will be behind the schedule. If everything is going as per the plan, it is on schedule. And if everything is fine, then it is going much fine, that is a highly optimistic way, then it is going ahead of schedule. Now for trying to take, suppose if the project is here on schedule, there is no issue. Client and also the customers, they are all happy. Nobody will fight with anyone. There will not be any discussion. But if this is there, everyone is happy, client is happy, customers are happy, everyone is happy, because the product will be delivered before time. Then customers will be very happy because they will get back what they want. So because they try to work out clients a unit called payback period. What is this payback period here? Payback period will be, as I told, initial investment was 10,000. In the last problem we have taken 10,000 rupees, we are assuming as 10,000, and it is the payback period. How many we have to fix? Maybe every year you are getting 1,000 rupees as fixed cash inflow. Then what is payback period? Payback period will be equal to 10,000 by 1,000. That will be equal to 10 years. So this is called to be the payback period. That means whatever you have invested 10,000 rupees, if you are getting 1,000 rupees as cash inflow every year, then your payback period will become 10,000, 10 years. That's how it works out. So for 10 years, for the money you have invested 10 years, you need to calculate how much value it will become. At the rate of what interest? If suppose this 10,000 you are taken as loan, you need to pay only 10,000? No, you have to pay more. That's what it happens. So there comes the actual rate of interest. So for this one, what happened? All the clients and also all the customers, all what they want is they want to finish the project and get the project delivered within the time. If it is well within the time with quality and cost, it is okay. If it is behind the schedule, then only the problem arises. Then there is a problem. So what has to be done? All people will come and fall on the client office or government office or wherever, and they try to fight with the client. So here we have to introduce a concept called project crashing. When the project is behind the schedule, we need to go for a new technique that is called as project crashing. Now project crashing we have to enter because we want to compress the project. Why? Because it is behind the schedule. Or there can be another reason. For example, your date is coming near where you want to inaugurate it. Or some minister's plan has been there. He will come and, like Modi will come and open the project. The date has been fixed already finally, and some of the works have been not done. And you want the project to be completed even before the time. All these things will occur only when project crashing is done. This is nothing but crashing the project. That means, suppose activity A, as we see, it is taking 5 days. we can crash this to 3 days. That means 2 days is saved. For the 2 days, what we are supposed to do, if you want this project, this activity A to be completed in 5 days, there may be some 2 people working, 2 laborers. Then if it is 3, it has to be completed within 3 days. Then you have to increase the number of resources. If number of resources have been increased, then cost of the activity or cost of the project also goes up. So for every project, as per the rule, what we are supposed to do as planning engineers is that we need to calculate optimum time, optimum cost. So every project you take, whatever, the network project or bar chart project or whatever you are doing, any construction project, any mechanical project, any electronics project, all that will be consisting of optimum time and optimum cost. So for each project, you have to work out, calculate all the costs, and then try to work out from a graph. When you plot the graph, you will get optimum time and optimum cost. These two are very, very important for a project. If you know these two, they can work out, and then you attend to the project crashing. Otherwise, when crashing you do, lot of losses will occur, because it is a network compression. Not only network compression with regard to time, but with regard to cost, no, because cost is increasing. Because time is reducing, cost will increase. If time increases, cost will also again increase. If this becomes 10 days, then the overhead charges will go. They will go up. So they will add to the activity. Then also the project cost will go. If it is reduced to 3 days, no doubt these overhead charges are reduced, but direct resources, the direct cost for undertaking this particular activity A to be accomplished, lot of resources are to be pumped in. So if you pump more resources, suppose it is like one person doing a digging, for example, 1 cubic meter, he will take maybe 2 days. If you put 2 people, they will complete in 1 day. So what I mean to say is, the same work has been done within the same amount of duration. Quantity of the work has been not reduced, but by increasing the resources, you have reduced the project time. So this is one of the most important aspect and very difficult chapter in the project management, how to calculate the optimum cost and optimum time. This is associated with every project. I am telling you, every network, wherever you do any project, these two things are associated. So simply with this, solving a problem, we can try to get this. But before that, we have to see some rules which requires for project crashing. What rules? The basic rule of one project crashing is, number 1 is the critical path. You have to take care of the critical path first. This is the first step. Without critical path, you cannot do project crashing. So in order to do that, we have to consider the critical path. So in the next, this one, what I will try to say is, I will try to take an example, network example again, a project, and then I will try to demonstrate how the project crashing is been done with certain rules, and then how optimum cost and time will be calculated. So I hope it is clear. If it is not clear, please DM me, and also forward the videos to your friends who are learning project management, and then try to help them all over, wherever they are, in whichever college they are. This is what I want to say, because I want to make it clear the fundamentals and what is project management actually in total. So definitely, thank you very much. Then